Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome y'all out tonight. Thank y'all for joining the first episode of the Reel Koulture. I'm here with your main man, 80 Green, and we finna reintroduce him to the world because he is a Nawf Side veteran and a Swisha House legend. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. Where you from, brother?
Yeah, this is main man 80 Green, and Acres Home, to be exact. Acres Home, Houston, Texas. Swisha House legend, man. And born and raised, man, out there, fo.
So 80, this is your girl Sabrina, the model. Why is it called Acres Homes? And where is it?
Acres Home, geographically, location on the map, down south in Houston, Texas, is the biggest historical neighborhood in the USA. Now, Acres Home is because they sold acres of land. That's where that name originated from, because they sold acres. For those who don't know, Acres Home, aka Fofo, is because they sold acres by the land. So that's what it means.
Okay. What's up, y'all? I'm your girl Lauren Nicole. And so, AD, what was it like growing up in Acres Home? How did it affect your upbringing?
Growing up, as you had a father and a mother, but then through childhood, as my mother and father split, being raised by a single parent, you was very, protective of your younger brother. I got a younger sibling. I got a younger sibling and a younger sister, but raised me and my brother. I got a stepbrother too, so shout out to my stepbrothers too, my brothers. But anyway, growing up, in that household, man, when my dad left or whatever, it was all about you being the man of the house, so very protective of my little brother. And when mama moved us, in the hood, man, you do what any other little black teen do, You want to try to, you want to see what's going on. So, getting out, from being from the porch to seeing a whole lot of violence. For a young teen to see violence and to see everything that the hood has to offer, coming from something that you're not used to, it open your eyes. So, police coming by all the time,
sirens.
Hearing gunshots, and so hey, the young eyes are open now. Like, oh, okay, it's the hood.
It had to be tough.
Had to be real tough growing up at Acres Home. So if you was out at Acres Home, you had to be real tough. Getting out the porch, man. Saw a whole lot. See, my role models, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. My role models were the dope boys. Because I always used to see them ride through, and I was like, man, I want a car like that when I grow up. So my role models really were like Jordan, the people that you looked up to.
Yeah.
The street dudes, you know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Just a little bit about your music, though. Like, what made you get into the music?
Well, I have to say I always was into music and hip-hop, but what really made me get into music was more like, back then we would watch MTV or whatever, and then before BET, being BET, but growing up, you had your Ice Cubes, you had your NWAs on the West Coast, but you had really nothing too much on the South. And before I even knew about that, but I knew about those groups. So, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and all that, right? So that's what I growed up wanting to emulate. But when I heard the Ghetto Boys out of Houston, Texas, and that was like, H-Town right there, Houston, in the making. So I had to say, man, the Ghetto Boys, your NWAs, your Snoop Dogs and stuff like that, man, it kind of inspired me to want to do music. So that's where it started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your top 5 of all MCs? Like, what is your top 5?
That's a good question. You know, I'm a Tupac fan, so Tupac is number 1. I like Biggie. I guess you could put him as number 2. For a long time, man, it took me a long time to respect this rapper, man. I had to give it to Jay-Z. You know, Pac died, man. He gave the crown to Jay-Z. Number 4, man, Nas.
Okay.
Nas is a lyricist, so Nas definitely got some good music, and I like to also gotta put Scarface in there, man. Scarface is definitely a top 5, man. So shout out to the OG Scarface, man.
No doubt, inspire is a very big word. So when you say, what was it about these artists that inspired you to write the music? You know, what was the aspects? 'Cause I know you spoke on, you know, your childhood growing up, you know, the way you did, and seeing the things you see. So what was the attributes?
Well, when I saw the movement that Mind Played Tricks on You started,
Yeah.
well, everybody around like the globe was rapping that and growing up,
Yeah.
and it's like Scarface, Woody, Bushwick Bill,
No doubt.
R.I.P. man, to Bushwick Bill. But those are the ones that really just inspired me, because I saw that, hey, you can be out of a city from down south in, you know, Houston, Texas, and we can do music.
And a lot of people don't understand that you was part of that wave that was doing at first, making the music before the social media thing. You know what I mean? Like out the trunk and getting your music on another coast. You know what I mean? So that's definitely big on that.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
Okay, so at what age did you just say to yourself, I want to start rapping?
I have to say, probably when I was like 12 years old,
Okay.
12, 13. You know, that's around the time when we was in elementary. And a lot of people don't know this, but yeah, Mama made me get in the choir, man.
Okay.
So, you know, music was always a part of my family.
You gonna sing a little something for us?
Please.
Yeah, I might have to break y'all out, right?
Okay.
They
Yeah,
sound
man,
like
first, man, exclusive.
Right? We need to
getting
hear
the
it
Real
sang.
Culture exclusive.
They already sound like kind of favorite Trey song anyway.
Oh, okay.
And there it is. Drop the mic.
Boom. Got it.
Yeah, let's drop the mic, man. Out there.
But I have to say, like I said, man, being in the, you know, being part of the choir, just to, you know, get applause and stuff. But when I actually, they gave me another a role to play, and they put me in theater arts.
Okay.
So when they put me in theater arts, they wanted me to do a part in the play, and in this play was a part with Will Smith at Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and it's like, you know, when you young, you on stage like that,
Yeah.
and you getting all those round of applause, and you know, for what you're doing. In that moment, that's when I knew,
Yes.
oh yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. So yeah, I have to say that's what inspired me.
Absolutely. Okay. What record label are you signed to, or was signed to?
Well, you know, like I said back then, you know, it was always Swisha House. This is before we even did contracts though. We was able to just say, you know, you Swisha House, you click, you down with that. So this is before we even was doing contracts and writing and stuff like this. So I always been part of Swisha House. Right now I'm just independent on the rise again, but that's what it was. We didn't. Everything was verbal agreements back then before you even
Word.
signed the contract. So
Word is everything.
straight or late 90s. So yeah.
So you speak of being signed with the Swisha House. What made Swisha House the choice for you?
You know, you always had like SUC, right?
Right.
You had SUC, which is the South Side, the Screwed Up Clique, R.I.P. DJ Screw, Big Mo, Fat Pat, Big Hog, everybody, man, that was part of that movement. So what they did to the culture of the city, man, really made us, you know what I'm saying, on the North Side, you know, I'm part of the North Side movement. But to see the South Side do what they did, and I knew that, hey, when this Swisha House, when I first heard Swisha House, and I knew DJ Michael Watts was the one that was doing our version of screw music,
I'm with that.
I said, man, hey, that's something beautiful right there, because now I went from jamming to DJ screw music, so I'm on this side of town and we can have our own. So when I was ever, you know, blessed to get the opportunity, that's when I knew, man, I wanted to be a part of that. So most definitely.
And as a fan, as an avid fan, we've discussed this. You know, I can honestly say, listening to y'all, to the Swisha House music, you can feel the love and the camaraderie when you listen to the track. So I definitely can agree with you on that. It made, you know, everybody gravitate. It's kind of like the Pac and Biggie thing. It's like who you down with. But if you from the North Side, by choice, you have a choice, because a lot of people don't understand what was going down at the time. So speaking about Watts, what was your relationship like then, and do y'all still have a relationship now?
Oh yeah, man. You know, most definitely, man. I got to give I got to pay homage to Michael 5000 Watts, man. He want to give me the opportunity. I got a good relationship with Michael Watts, man, because when nobody else gave me a chance, she gave me a chance, man. So I'm gonna forever be, you know, pay homage and be grateful for that. You know, but that's when I first started doing music, man, and our relationship since then, he always shouted me out, man, even when I was, you know, I done time or whatever, man. So it's our relationship, she's pretty 100 and locked in, man.
Okay. And just from a fan's perspective, because we spoke a little bit about, you know, the culture in Houston, what was going on at the time. So reflecting on it now, how does it feel to look back and know that you was involved in making some of the music that we swang to? You know what I'm talking about? How does it feel to be an OG swanger?
Man, you know, to be a part of the H-Town culture, man, and know you was part of that movement that was started, man, to you seeing the world emulating and doing what we do, man, that's a beautiful feeling right there. Because it's like you were one of the trendsetters, right? To put that on the map. To always seeing Lil Wayne with double cups, you know, to always seeing, you know, the world, you know, in a whole nother, you know, ones that, you know, got you out style and, you know, just doing it.
Yeah, the cats out of Dallas too, because, you know, they was real big on y'all style too, on the style.
You know, DSR, man, you know, shout out to DSR and D-Time, man, you know, they did what we did. Kind of like what we did with Screwed Up Click, took it to another level. Yeah. So everybody got to have somebody that they admire and try to, you know, do their style and do it a little different, man. So that definitely, man, a beautiful thing.
So we're gonna take a minute and we're gonna get in this lack, man, and we're gonna take a trip back, you know, saying to some times, and we're gonna give them a little inside scoop, because this wouldn't be no motherfucking interview, man, if we didn't cover the real shit. So we're gonna get to what's really good, man. Let's go back in time, because a lot of people don't know your story, and I'm a true believer that you gotta tell your story, because nothing is understood if it ain't on wax. So first of all, congratulations, man. We happy to have you home. Welcome home, OG, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to tell you that. So, because everybody, you know what I'm saying, it's a blessing to come home like that. A lot of people don't come home in the same mind. A lot of people come home broken. So it's good to see you come home strong, you ready to work. Now with this said, going through what you was going through with the, can you tell a little bit about, you know, tell the people about kind of what your situation, what you went through, what you was facing, and how you overcame the adversity to get to where you are today?
You know, coming from a spiritual background, praying mother, praying father, was always a spiritual man growing up. For one, I want to say that for one. So when I went through the fire, when I say the fire, I mean like when I come from the rise to the fall to the prison system, you know, man, it was a whole new experience for me. You know, me and my little brother. Because here you go from living well to to sitting in the cell. So when I was going through those situations, man, it was like a new experience for me, so I had to adapt. And I'm reminded that it's not the strongest that survive, but it's ones that can adapt to any situation. So I had to adapt to the situation that came, man. And out the gate, you know, the justice system, man, you know, especially when you're a black male and minorities, you know, we got it hard, but it's not always for you, man. So I got sentenced my first time, man, you know, being convicted. I got hit out the gate with 50 years. So, like I say, to being on top.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. When a brother's talking about 50 cents, we can just go past that, man. So when you say 50, were you talking about like 50 months? 50 days, and what you mean, brother? 50? Can you put a little elaboration for the people on there? Because when you say 50, I mean, you could have been talking about 50 cents. So we need the people to know, we need to let them know the seriousness of what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but brother, I'm not talking about 50 days, I'm not talking about 50 weeks, I'm not talking about 50 months. I'm talking about the judge. When she dropped the gap, she told me 50 years, man, in TDC, man, Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
And for all y'all that don't know, man, that's the big boy jail. That's when it get real. That's when they say your life is over.
So, and then I'm hearing that I got to do 25 years to even see parole. And I'm already 25. And here it is, man, you telling me that I got to do 25 years to even see parole?
Just to see something.
So I'm going to be 50-something. And that's not saying that you're going to make parole.
No doubt.
So I had to, you know, think about all that, you know, while I was incarcerated. Like, damn, I might not get out. But through it all, man, I stood tall. Like I said, I had a praying mother and a praying father. So when everything else failed, when all the money in the world can't get you out of situations, sometimes you got to turn to something bigger than you.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So that's when the beginning of the new me. It changed my life, man. I knew that, hey, now I was living a hell of a lifestyle, man. The money, cars, and clothes, and whatever come with that. But right now, hey, look, that ain't getting me out. All my money can't get me out.
No doubt.
So God, hear my cry.
No doubt.
So that's what I did, man. I called out, and I started speaking my situations into existence. That I knew, hey, I'm going to get out of this.
No doubt.
You know, a lot of people don't know it's power in words.
No doubt.
And I spoke that into existence.
No doubt.
And I never claimed that I had 50 years. All the way from 2007, 2008, 2000, all the years went by, people thought I was crazy. Because I'm like, nah, I'm finna go home. How you finna go home when you got 25 to even come up to see parole? You got 50 years, man. You tripping. AD tripping, y'all.
Yeah.
And I spoke that with power. And 2008, or really 2007, is when I got a letter from the appeal courts, man. And they was telling me that when I opened that letter, that your case had been reversed.
Talk to me.
Okay.
I really
So that's when I knew God was real, man. You know, the creator, the higher power, whatever you want to call it. He had mercy on me, man, even when I wasn't deserving of it. So,
I praise you, bro. Well, we glad to definitely see you back. And well, if you don't mind, we gonna get in that lack. We gonna get out of this lack. Who was in the 2000? We was in 2000. We gonna get in that what the old boss house. We gonna get in the boss house now. We gonna go back because now we gonna get into this culture, man. What it is to you know, what the slab is. Cause a lot of people ain't understand the slab, and I didn't even know that a lot of people still don't know what slab is. Till I had to explain this. So you know, for the people out there, let's introduce to what is a slab and what was your first slab? Cause you know, we was talking about this the other day. Me and my old man was talking about when how you used to come down, but I ain't gonna spoil it. I want, you know, let the world know how you used to come down, man. You know what I'm saying?
well, it started, for those who don't know what a slab is, man, let me introduce you to our culture. A slab is like when you coming through, it can be like an old school car, a truck, it don't matter. Long as it's well put together. I'm talking about the candy paint.
Come on.
I'm talking about rims poking,
Alright.
83s, 84s,
Yes, sir.
trunk pop, yep, some buckles.
Is it saying something too? Is it saying something too?
And the trunk gotta read, it gotta say something like,
Got to say
it gotta
something.
say your neighborhood or a phrase or something. And with the grill on the front with that lady.
Huh?
you know
That
what
lady?
I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Lady
I
gotta
know
be on
that.
there too, man.
Gotta be.
That's how we come down in Houston, Texas, man. You know, the slab, man. And you gotta have TVs filing from the ceiling.
From the ceiling, man. Gotta
You
have
feel
them
me?
from the ceiling. Y'all used to rap back in the gap. What y'all say? You put them in the steering wheel?
Yeah, man. You know me. I said I was kind of like
I said, "It is
throw crazy stuff when I used to flow, man. So you gotta have it coming through, man. Well put together, man. That's what a slab is, man.
So what was your, man, give us a lineup of your cars, man.
My
You know
first
you
car.
had bad cars,
Okay,
man.
that's a good question.
Yeah, you know
We
you
gotta
had
take
bad
it back
cars.
then, okay?
Let's keep
Right.
that. We in that.
My first slab was 1998, man. This is right before I joined Swisha House. I had a 1987 Lincoln Town car, like Fat Pat.
Oh man, yeah. Yes sir.
I had a white Lincoln Town car with 3s on it, with a blue top that you could recline back,
Yeah.
the grill and the wood wheel.
Yeah.
And man, I fell in love with that car.
Who knew?
And oh yeah, you gotta have the knock in the trunk. I definitely had the knock
Oh
in
yeah,
the trunk.
don't forget the knock. Because if you that's a
car
lab.
need
If you ain't got no bang, it's a lab.
And say, when I ride in that car, I was on hell to the world.
I do know
I'm
it.
talking about, man, I turned into a whole different person, man. I didn't, because the attention that I got off of,
Oh, it was out of control.
I didn't know that
He's
all
about
these women,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they like stuff like that.
I get more women now.
And there was that long boy too, huh? Yeah, it was that long boy too, yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, man, shout out to the boppers, man. You know,
No talk. They need love too. You hear me? I just can't afford it. But check this out. DD Blue for Jazz Flips kick off. So what was your first slab? I mean, not the first slab. What was your Cause I know by the time I cut into you, I was you was on the burnt orange joint when I cut into you. So you know.
Okay, well, I went from the Lincoln, and then I had a 88 Oldsmobile that was candy red and 3s on it. Then I did a black coupe, black on black. But this is my baby right here. After I had the DeVille, I had a DeVille, a platinum DeVille with the I put deuces on that though, like 23s on that. Black, it was like a silver bullet color.
Oh yeah. So,
But my baby,
oh yeah, I know.
it was that orange
I
machine.
do know
man.
it. I do know it.
Tangerine machine,
I
man.
do know it.
And the tangerine machine, man, was well put together,
Yes, sir.
and it was orange. The insides had ostrich seats in it, and it was butter. And under the motor was orange. And it had back then we used to ride them. I was one of the first ones that had those Zab Judas, the
Yeah.
Sprees before it
Yeah.
came out. And I had the grill, the big Rhino grill on the front and the back. And I had like, back then they had TVs, man. Everybody had a reversible. So I had like 4 TVs and
There
that,
you go,
man.
killing the game.
And a big old remote control toy thing, man. It was called Air Shocks back then.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
So you were able to make it jump up and down, side to side, and squat and all
Oh,
that.
wow.
And you know, that car right, that truck right there,
No, it was nice.
I had NBA players, NFL players that, you know, would come down to see them, you know, when we did Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and would try to buy my truck, man.
Cause you would do car shows. You was doing car shows too, right?
I won 3 car shows with that truck. At the Lowe's Magnificent Car Show, I won first place.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So we just want to let them know
it's,
you was
it's
holding
certified,
them.
man. Orange machine certified.
Let them know you holding, so we know that how deep you are in the culture. So we gonna get back in. We gonna park the Bonneville. We gonna get back in the 2000. So you know, we speaking on this incarceration. What was you know, we spoke about what kind of kept you going, but what's did you work on anything while you was down there? You know, what you got, you know, going on now? Well, first of all, when did you get out? When did you get out?
I got out March the 13th, 2020,
Okay,
right when the pandemic first hit.
right when it hit. So you was masked up on release.
Right.
And I'm like after 14 and a half years
Yeah.
that I did, and to come home to a whole nother world, that was like,
Different.
it's like, man, I stepped in the time zone or something, man.
But you seem like a brother that's a committed. You can adapt with the times. You know what I'm saying? You don't look like, cause a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people still trapped in the TDC. So it seems like you come in and adjusting. But what are some you have any music or what some projects you working on or what you got going on now?
Oh yeah, man, my first days incarceration was my first days of preparation. So I was already writing music and had like almost a couple albums done when I first came on appeal and when I gave like my time back. So I went on appeal, and when I got the appeal, I gave the time back.
Okay.
But I had to do like a couple of more years because I got a reduced sentence. So I already had an album done, and I dropped a couple of songs. You had Stuntastic, that was one of my singles, and I had a mixtape, but a lot of my material was unfinished. But like I said, I had to go back, so I had to go back. But man, they created a beast when I went back, because it's like I got into more writing and understanding me as a person. So it's like, man, I started writing album after album after album. So I think I have like more, maybe like 4 or 5 albums. I might close to 4 albums. Maybe like 100-some songs. So it might be a little more than 4 albums.
Oh yeah, thank you for the one you sent me too. I got some exclusives. I ain't sending them to nobody, but appreciate them exclusives, man.
Oh yeah.
What keeping you motivated and driven, to pursue the goals you're pursuing? Like, what's keeping you going?
Well, I always got to talk about my spiritual side. The God that's in me, God body. For most, it's just the fear of knowing that all this can be taken at once, and you can go right back to that cell. You can't take that for granted, because they always got a cell for you, So me being in the moment, not wanting to squander that moment, want to take advantage of that moment. So I try to take advantage and be grateful for everything, the opportunity that come my way. And all in my mind is, I'm like mama mentality. Smash, 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 smash. So right now, man, I got my foot on the gas. And like I say, man, the brothers that's locked up inspire me too. Because I know they part of my struggle. And I know I'm their voice. So I have to do it not just for me, but do it for the coach and do it for them as well. So.
For those that are inspiring artists, trying to make it in the industry, what would you would you give them any pointers? What type of pointers would you give them?
If you young and if you're an artist that's in the game right now, I always tell you, man, when nobody else believe in you, I always believe in yourself. See, you're going to be discouraged and you're going to run into some obstacles, man. I tell a young artist, man, just keep grinding, stay focused. Don't listen to naysayers and haters, dream killers. Because you can't share your dream with everybody, man, because everybody don't have your interest at heart, man. So you feel like you got a good product. When I say good product, you got a good song, or you feel like you got something that's good, man, you got to get that to the world, because the world needs to hear that. So, yeah, that's what I tell new artists, man. Just keep grinding, stay focused, man.
Hey, that's what's up. It seems like you have a lot going on. We're glad that we got to interview today. Welcome home again. Make sure everybody go subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Reel Koulture Instagram. You can follow us, like, share, comment, all of that. And before we get ready to go, I'm Sabrina the model.
I'm Lauren Nicole.
And I'm Victor K.
You know I am A.D. Green. And we are
The
Reel
Reel
Koulture.
Koulture.
I'm gonna come up with something flashy, something to say here after.